I am Phoenix on Purpose, and this is Purpose Not Permission. If you're new here, welcome and thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Like the video on your way into the room so this video can be distributed throughout YouTube. If you're listening to the audio version on my podcast, please give it a 5-star rating. Download all episodes. You can listen to the audio version everywhere that pods are cast. Just to give you guys a heads up so that you know, if you haven't realized already, if I'm having technical difficulties and this thing shuts off in the middle of my broadcast, I am going to come back. If I have not done my official ending, right, I am going to come back and finish up the talking points. I'll finish up the topic. Leave a 1 in the chat. Leave a 1 in the comments. Let me know if you can hear me well, if the audio is good, if the visual is great. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm live streaming simultaneously on IG as well as YouTube. So again, if you're only listening to the audio version, make sure to go over to my IG at Purpose Not Permission. Make sure you're following me. Make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, and also follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Outlier, the number 4 Purpose. I'm going to get this thing together one day, y'all. I'm going to get this thing together one day. But in the meantime, we are going to deal with this, and we are going to keep it rolling and power through. Yeah. I enjoy being an imperfect human being. Perfection does not exist. Um, yeah, perfection does not exist. So hopefully my imperfections will encourage someone else along their journey of content creation or whatever it is, walking in their purpose, getting started with whatever it is they want to do for themselves, for their lives, creating something for themselves, for their lives, so that they don't have to have their life dictated and ruled by another human being. Yeah. So getting back to finishing up the topic of everything happening for a reason. This is part 2. And where I left off with part 1 was telling you a story of how recently I had to re-examine and reassess my own energy to see what energetic state I was in as to why I was ushering certain things into my life, and why those things were happening. Again, and just to wrap that up and move on, is that you are inviting or allowing into your life is what will remain. If you invite and allow and tolerate disrespect, that invitation of yours, that invitation you invited into your life is what will remain. If you don't feel that you're worth anything, if you don't feel that you are deserving of respect, if you don't feel that you are deserving of a good relationship, if you feel that you're not deserving of great friendships, reciprocal friendships. Thanks for joining, love. I'm also live on YouTube. If you feel that you aren't deserving of all good things, you are going to invite and tolerate, wind up tolerating nonsense in your life. If you are someone who does not master or study the art of detachment, learning how to detach from things that do not serve you, detach from things that are no longer in alignment with you, learning how to just not be willing to be tolerant or accepting of anything or anyone into your life. Basically, what I was telling you is that I am very intentional and deliberate about what it is that I want for my life. I don't want chaos. I don't want toxicity. I don't want anyone in my life who disrespects women in any way, shape, or form. No one in any way, shape, or form, man, woman, child, no one. If you don't respect women, if you don't hold women in the highest regard, if you don't particularly like women, then I'm okay with having you not be a part of my life. I don't care to have any business relationships or partnerships that I am not energetically aligned with. I am willing to do my own work and stand my ground with not aligning or attaching my brand to anyone or anything that is toxic in any way, shape, or form. I've done too much work, and that's another thing. Again, our energy, right? Our energy, our frequency, our actions, our inaction. You can tell who's doing the work, who's done the work, and who's copying off of someone else's homework. There's a whole lot of people that will have you do all the hard labor, all the hard work, and then they'll come in and they'll copy off of your homework. I don't allow or tolerate that either. On this internet with content creation, there's a lot of echo chamber and regurgitation of information. I learn a lot from a lot of people, but at the same time, I really, really try to be deliberate and careful about having my own originality. And I can't help but to share my own life experiences, my own journey, my own story, because it's my own personal experience and it is my own work. I don't care to go and copy off of someone else's homework and then regurgitate the information as exactly as I heard someone say it. Again, this is a space that we're all to learn from, which makes it a beautiful thing to learn from other people, but to just simply rip off another person's words and uh it's like a copyright infringement to repackage what someone else says and then monetize off of it. Um yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. So why complain about it, right? But again, with you in your life, with your energy, with your frequency, with your subconscious thoughts, which then become your conscious thoughts, which then become your words, which then become your actions. What you invite into your life energetically is what will come into your life. And then you have to deal with the consequences of why. You have to deal with the unpacking work of trying to understand the why. You have to then deal with, and it's a beautiful thing to learn and grow and understand from whatever experience happened to you in your life and process it in a way that you now understand that it happened for you. I am a firm believer everything happens for a reason, even tragedy, with again, to just kind of come full circle with part one of this topic. If you go back and listen with the beginning of my story with my mother passing, right? I didn't know that I didn't know how to deal with death. I didn't know that I didn't know how to process grief. None of us do. It's not something that we're ever taught. We're just told, okay, everyone's going to die, right? We're all going to expire from this earth at some point. We all will, right? None of us are taught how to deal with that when it comes to that being a close relative or a loved one expiring from your life, no longer existing in this human form, and knowing how to deal with it. I handled a lot of things wrong. It was a very chaotic situation. It was very sudden. It was unexpected. My mother's affairs were not in order. I went through a whole lot having to close out her existence and move forward with my existence. I did not do it gracefully at all. There was a lot of oh, I didn't do it gracefully at all. I didn't know how to process it. I didn't know what to do. I was learning in that moment, in that process, step by step. But the beauty of what came out of it is what I can hold on to. All the lessons that I've learned, the way that I've learned how resilient I am. Yeah, I broke. I am not Teflon. I broke. And I still have some of that heartbreak, some of that residual heartbreak, but there's more beauty. There's much more beauty now than there was in the beginning, right? Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens in your life. Everything comes into your life to teach you something. It's always a lesson that you're supposed to be learning about yourself. It's not about anyone else other than you, to teach you something about you. If you've got friends around you, who are toxic, if you have family members around you who are toxic, if you have coworkers around you who are toxic and you don't know how to remove yourself from that situation, start small, start with baby steps. But there's no way for any of us to have a peaceful life if you usher toxicity or you nurture toxicity in your life. My home that I used to have prior to me moving to South Jersey was like a homeless shelter. I would house everyone. Whoever lost a house, whoever needed to come stay the night, whoever needed, and it was fine, right? That was who I was in that period of my life. I've graduated from that space in life. I no longer house the sick and shut in. I am not anyone's counselor. I am no one's doctor. I am no one's nutritionist. I am no one's nurturer. Again, none of it. I'm not a caregiver, right? I've done my work, right? My own healing work to get past my grief, my own healing work to get past my internal upset, and to learn how to process life in much more healthier ways that work best for me. A lot of people tell me that I have a very nurturing spirit. A lot of people tell me that I have a very warm and welcoming energy. And what I realize about myself is because I have a healing spirit, I attract a lot of damaged and broken people. That's who I've always been. I had to look back over my entire existence, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, but there comes a time when empathy can reach a dangerous level and empathy can become a disease for you. Empathy can become something that is toxic to you, where you are tolerant of other people's toxicity because you're able to empathize with who they are and how they are. I've retired all of that. Come healed, come fixed. Don't come to me broken. I'm no one's. People get paid big money to nurture and counsel and mentor and support. I am not here to mentor or counsel or support any grown adults. I'm not here to teach adults how not to be toxic, right? In my own personal life, I'm saying I don't want to be on the telephone with anyone talking about a toxic relationship that you choose to stay in and trying to counsel you through it. I don't feel like I deserve that. So I don't want people like that around me. I just don't. I don't want to be texting you all day, every day. I don't even like to really be on my phone, honestly. I'm only on my phone and on my electronics for my purpose, for my content creation, for my brand. And that is only in conjunction with my brand. I have become someone who's not a phone person at all. I had to learn these things about me step by step, stage by stage in this phase of my life where I am now. So again, I like to be very cognizant of my own energy. I think if a lot of us were just a lot more intentional about our own energy, what frequency are we on? What are we admitting to the universe? What are we communicating to the world? What frequency are we communicating from here to our creator that we are, again, wanting to usher into our life, right? Everything is energy. You'd be surprised how the things that if you write down, you study it, you focus on it, you're intentional about it, the things that you can manifest into your life, both good and bad. So, being intentional, being mindful of all of that is so very important because you don't want to usher things into your life that you don't want for yourself. You just don't. Um, yeah, I think that was about it. I wanted to just wrap this up. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this topic. Make sure you turn on your post notifications. Something else I learned about myself throughout my entire journey of letting go of my former life and jumping into my new. I am an extreme night owl, extreme, but I always have been. That this is something that I had to become consciously aware of. I have worked my entire life since age 14. I always held some job or career of some sort. I've always held some gig. I've always done something to earn money, right? I'm not a hustler. I don't know how to hustle. So this is difficult. I don't know how to put out good product and not get paid for it. I don't know how to, I'm not a businesswoman. So this is a brand new journey for me. I am learning how to suffer with not getting paid for what I do, and continuing to still do it and power through. This is very difficult. Um, so yeah, this is spirit work for me. I'm not a businesswoman. I've never been a hustler. Maintaining a career and being a hustler are two totally different things. I am not the latter, right? I'm the former. So I'm learning how to be the latter. Saying all that to say, I am a night owl. My most dominant thoughts come to me at night when I'm in stillness. My most potent thoughts when I'm out in nature. I like to drive at night and listen to music. You can actually hear the music a lot better. The best place to ever listen to music is in your car, and you can really hear it in the still of night. When I was a kid growing up, I've always been a little old woman. Right now, I'm 108. Right, I'm 108 years old, but I've always been a little old woman. When I was a kid growing up, my mother would have me reading, and I would sit up and read books from cover to cover all night long until my eyes bled. There was something just about the night, but I would still get up and go to school the next day. It was wild. And she let me do it because she saw that I was able to be responsible enough to go to school. So until I started skipping school because I was bored. That's another topic for another day. I would literally cut school and only go to take the test and be present enough in class where I was able to pass the test without an issue. It's wild. But yeah, I'm a night owl. A lot of people who are creators, a lot of people who operate in spirit, a lot of people who operate solely from spirit and channel their ideas and their energy from somewhere else are night owls. Again, there's just something that happens at night. But if you are someone who is in a space in your life where you are having a difficult time, or you're trying to process what's happening to you, you're not understanding what's happening to you, you're not understanding, you're in a tough spot, you're grieving, you're experiencing a loss, you're experiencing a loss of employment, career, maybe a relationship, maybe you're experiencing whatever it is, a family connection, a family dynamic, a friendship, because we as human beings having this experience throughout life, we all go through the exact same things. If there is a situation that is common for one person, it is universal to all. We've all experienced loss of a loved one. We've all experienced loss of a love relationship. We've all experienced a breakup in a friendship, right? Things just happen in life. Things just happen. We evolve, we grow, we sometimes grow apart. We've all probably experienced loss of a career, loss of a job, loss of an identity, whatever it is. I promise you, if you sit still with yourself and really, really process it in a healthier way and say, okay, yes, all these things happened, but what are the beautiful lessons that I'm able to extract from what happened? What are the beautiful things that I can actually learn? What are the things that I can look at? What are the particulars of this situation that I went through, and how can I process it in a way that is actually healthy for me, where I can say to myself, okay, those things happen, those tragedies happen. I lost that friend, I lost that job, I lost that business partner, I lost that, whatever it is, parent, sibling, whatever it is, right? Let me process this in a way where I'm able to say to myself, yeah, I had that loss, but here's the lesson that I gained from it. That's the best way for you to go through and go about life. If we all process life in a way where we're sad and upset about everything that happens to us, there's absolutely positively no room for growth. None. There's no room for growth. You're going to remain stuck. I have learned that the most beautiful lessons are usually the toughest. You cannot get to a space of light without first having gone through darkness. It's just not possible. It just isn't. We all have dark and light energy in us. We all have the spirit of God that lives in us. God lives inside of all of us, right? Knowing ourselves, really really knowing our self-worth, knowing what we deserve, knowing that if we're not getting what we deserve from a particular person, from a particular situation, from a particular experience, we are willing to remove ourselves from that person, from that experience, from that situation, and deal with ourselves, sit with ourselves, detach from that situation, master that art, right? And realign our energy in a way where we're able to actually usher in the things that are good for us, the things that work for us. I promise you, everything that comes into your life, it is by way of energetic invite, and it is for a reason. Even in that situation, excuse me, y'all, even in that recent situation for me, what I processed with that is that I saw some parts of myself in that person. There were things that needed to be tweaked a little bit better within me that I saw in that person. So it's always like, okay, what is it about them that is mirroring myself back to me? And what do I need to fix about me so that I don't continue that mirror cycle? I don't want to see that mirror show up in my life again. So let me go back to my books. Let me go back to my drawing board. Let me go back to, thanks for joining, love. Let me go back to, I'm also streaming live on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel at Purpose Not Permission, and make sure you're following me. Make sure you like this video so that it can be distributed throughout YouTube. Speaking to the Instagram crowd. What is it about this person? How am I being shown myself? I promise you. In every I promise. If you would just get still with yourself, I promise you. I see myself in some of everyone. I see myself in some of everything. And I'm always saying to myself, okay, God, what is it that you are showing me about my what is it that you are showing me about myself in this moment? What are you showing me about myself? What do I need to learn about myself? What do I need to see about myself? Because it's not about them, it's about me. What are they teaching me about myself? What lessons can I learn from them so that I can be a better self? It's all energy. Everything happens for a reason. It's all God. If you all don't believe in God, you can call it universe. God is the maker, the creator of our universe. I don't know why people leave God out of the equation. But again, to each his own. I don't argue with atheists. I don't argue for a living. I don't live to debates. I let everyone have their own opinion. I let everyone live their own life in the way that they see best suited for them, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, there are just certain things that I believe. So again, my book recommendation for you all, it's always the word of God, the Bible, basic instructions before leaving earth. But The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, right? Learning, really studying and learning the art of manifestation, how you can will things into your life, how you can communicate through telekinesis with certain people, how you can go into your deep subconscious mind, go into your deep thoughts, close your eyes, be still, quiet all the noise. Listen to certain frequencies, certain music, certain sounds, just certain sounds, certain uh megahertz, certain nature sounds, nature frequencies, and how that will lift and raise your vibration and start to usher really good, beautiful things into your life. Everything happens for a reason. Everything is happening to you, through you, and it's happening for you to become your best you, right? So again, keep your post notifications on. I'm a night owl. You never know when I'm going to pop on. I'm going to do my absolute best to try and start doing a couple videos a day. These are thoughts that I'm trying to keep to myself. I'm throwing it out into the universe so that it can hold me accountable. Um, Yes, so keep your post notifications turned on. This is all spirit work for me. Again, my thoughts, words, they're all being channeled through something or somewhere else. This is never anything that I plan. I can't plan this. It's literal. This is just my work here isn't something that I can plan. It just isn't. I'm not in the energy anymore of a job. This is this is who I am. How I'm showing up here is who I am in the world. So these aren't manufactured topics. It's whatever I'm feeling in spirit in the moment, whatever God is saying through me. I'm nothing more than a vessel. So keep your post notifications turned on. You never know when I'm going to pop on and go live. Um, I'll be dialing it up. It'll be a lot more frequent. The summer is my best time of year. I love it when the sun is out. I can get outside and get some of that natural vitamin D and do some grounding work and get some channeling going. It's my best time, my favorite time of year. So I would encourage you all to do that and get outside, get some vitamin D, touch grass, literally touch grass. I'm not saying it in a condescending way. Go outside, put your bare feet in some grass, get one with nature, go hug a tree, listen to some wind chimes, some binaural beats, some a waterfall, listen to soft nurturing sounds, things that calm your frequency. Stop listening to all that rap music with all that it's an energetic vibration. Stop listening to all that rap music, all that stuff to rile you up. Start listening to slower frequencies to calm you down and have you make more rational thoughts and more deliberate action in your life. Okay. So, love, travel, and manifest. Live your life for purpose without asking anyone else for permission. And in case no one told you today, I love you. I love you with agape love. I love you because I love myself. I want the best for others because I want the best for myself. I want the best for humanity. Everyone is deserving of the best that life has to offer. Abundance is available to all of us, right? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the topic, and I will check in with you soon. Thanks for watching.